39 minutes after the hour, first-time voters are going to the polls in numbers that we have not seen for a long, long time, a lot of them taking advantage of early voting. Noah Gray, who you might remember, started this Virgin Voting Project. We had him on a couple of weeks ago, and ever since then, we've been checking back in with him to see how things are going with the youth vote in America. He goes out there with his camera, he goes out to the polling places, out to rallies, and talks to young voters. Well, the other day, he was at the University of Miami, and here's what he found.
It was homecoming weekend at University of Miami, but I found a number of students who made time to make sure they cast their vote early.
It's much easier to vote early because it's much quicker than just having to wait for November 4th. So, and I thought I kind of knew what the candidates were all about.
But how did these students know what the candidates were all about?
I watched the news and I read up on both candidates.
I stuck to finding out what the facts were.
Watched the debates.
Yeah, reading mostly news online.
Like what sites in particular?
I went to, for example, like CNN.
Articles, TV, CNN.
I mean, I read the New York Times a lot and I've been watching a lot of news.
Just the debates based on what they're saying, internet, going on their websites.
I evaluated each candidate's position on the issues.
And what would you say are the top 3 issues most important to you as a young person?
The war and the economy and healthcare.
I care a lot about the social issues.
Economic plan, healthcare, and the war in Iraq.
The war, economy, environment.
The war, the economy,
Education, healthcare.
The economy, the war.
Definitely the economy and Iraq.
As a young person, the war is an issue for me.
Why so?
Well, you have the possibility of like a draft, and that the war it has more consequences on me.
That's what Noah Gray found at the University of Miami the other day. Interesting to note that at least 3 people, when they were giving the laundry list of the issues that were important to them, chose the Iraq War first, followed by the economy, and another said it was the Iraq War altogether. Noah joins us now via Skype. He's at his classroom at Palmetto High School in Miami. Were you surprised to find out how many young people, Noah, said that the Iraq War was the #1 issue? Or, I mean, is that just sort of something that you would expect young people to say, since the majority of them fighting over there in Iraq or Afghanistan are about the same age?
I think that it's expected of young people, especially when you turn 18, you have to register with the selective services. But when I spoke to some young people around the primary season, it was a major concern of them then, and especially now, when we're talking about possibly going to war with Pakistan, North Korea, and Iran. But, I mean, it was up there with the economy. Definitely the economy is a big issue for them as well, but the war definitely was a big issue for them.
Yeah, and in terms of the economy, Noah, how much of a concern is it for these students that you talk to at the University of Miami? Because they would be, anywhere from maybe a year to 4 years or perhaps more away from entering the workforce, and they see the number of job losses as a result of the economy that we're in right now. I mean, how big is it? Do they say, listen, that's a long way away, we don't have to worry about it yet, or are they very concerned about it?
Well, a couple of people that I spoke with were talking about how the economy was important, but not for now. It was for the future, because when they come out of college, they're obviously going to want to find a nice job. But now, especially because some people were concerned that they might have to be drafted. Some people were concerned that the funding was going to go towards other things instead of helping them to pay off their student loans. But definitely, it's up there with the economy, like I said.
Right. Did you notice any voting problems down there in Miami?
I did not notice any voting problems firsthand. The people that I spoke with at the polling place I was at stood in line for about 2-3 hours. They were getting a little bit irritated, but they stood in line anyway. They wanted more voting booths. That's the only thing that I'm hearing firsthand, other than other media sources down here.
Yeah, definitely a lot of long lines. Hey, we just want to plug one more time your Virgin Voter Project. You want people to make a small, under 2-minute movie of their first time voting, what the experience was like. Give us the website again where that's going to show and where you'd like people to send it to.
You can find the information on virginvoting.com. But you have to post a video response to youtube.com/virginvoting.
All right, looking forward to it. Noah Gray, thanks very much for joining us. We'll check back in with you in a couple of days, see how things are going there.
Thank you. Talk to you later.
Take care.